All right. Hello, Idiots on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. I am Nathan Timmel, stand-up comedian in Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevra, stand-up comedian in New York City.
How's it going?
Everything sucks here. I mean, what the fuck? The NFC North was dominant all season, all except for the Bears, and then boom, Packers are gone. And we knew the Packers.
It really was like the first season of Game of Thrones. It really was. You know, the North's doing great, and then boom, Joffrey's chopping fucking heads off by like episode 5.
Packers, Vikings, and after the Packers, I told you before it happened last week. I said Packers play this afternoon. They're going to lose to the Eagles. I'm jumping to the Lions, and I did not see that coming. So I'm on the Bills. I want the Bills to go all the way because. Maybe I shouldn't, because maybe that means they'll be eliminated next.
I want the whole thing to burn. I want it all to burn. I want it to be banned like TikTok. I want football to be banned like TikTok after that. Oh, that was I have a massive hangover from last night, man. I drank myself into a stupor after that.
I just mentioning TikTok quick. I do want to say, if anybody out there, hey, I've seen and heard stories right now. If you are refreshing TikTok every 10, 15 minutes to see if it's up again, there's going to be a news story. There will be an announcement. Oh, a deal has been reached, or a stay to the execution, or whatever. You don't need to refresh TikTok, you fucking obsessed freaks. You'll hear about it. You will hear that, oh, TikTok is back up. So you don't need to keep opening and closing the app. I've heard stories that the obsessed are doing so.
I mean, you know, you get addicted. What do you, you know, I didn't need to drink, you know, a baker's dozen fucking drinks last night, but you know, addict's gonna addict. That's what I say. They're Twitter addicts. And dude, it's totally coming back. They're so disingenuous. It's clearly a money grab. Like the whole, oh, it needs to be bought by an American company, you know, for security purposes. If you were that worried about the security, you would have done something about it years ago. You know, like they're going, oh, they have access to our information. Really? I've had it on my phone for years. Yeah. They already have my information. They already have everybody I know's information. If you were that worried about it, you would have said something.
You know who else has my information? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
right?
Amazon. But those are American companies. So it's okay when American companies exploit us for financial gain. But if China exploits us because we're stupid and they can sway an election just enough, like less than a percentage point in enough states to like really dumb people that will watch a video and go, you know, I could watch the news, but that's biased because it is, and it's lazy because it is. But I'm going to get my news from TikTok. Of course, they want it banned. You know,
but it's my whole thing is it's just so disingenuous. If they were that freaked out about security, they wouldn't have let them do it in the first place.
Yeah,
you know, this thing where 3 years after the fact they're going, hey, I think this is a huge security risk. It's like, dude, if they have access to all my information from TikTok being on there, then like Chairman Xi has been laughing at my porn search results. For you know, a quarter of a decade now. So what are we talking about?
Well, I want to go back to football because that's what I wanted to talk about. But first, I mean, would they really have banned it up front or not let them do it? Because how many times have we heard the FDA just sort of passes something through, and then a couple of years later, it's like, oh, that has strychnine in it, or maybe, you know, there are so many things that get recalled because it just sort of breeze through the FBI, the Food and Drug Administration clearances. So I know it's a little different with TikTok, but it's like, it's government. It doesn't work well. It limps along, and you know, it is what it is. Danger Aware is telling people to like this podcast. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Let's jump back to football though, because that was the first story I wanted to hit. Was I followed this from day one because it went viral. So talking about the Packers losing to the Eagles, a Packer fan went to the game in Philadelphia, which is never a good idea, wearing Packer gear. Philadelphia is notorious for having the worst, meanest. They threw batteries at Santa, didn't they? Or snowballs. Maybe they threw batteries at. So either way, they're notorious for being. It was the first and maybe only stadium to set up a court system in the bowels of the stadium so they could just arrest people and not wait. They just take him down and try him and find him on the spot. All right. So this guy is
Bunch of
talking to
animals.
a guy is berating a female Packers fan. He calls her a cunt, and everybody it blows up on the internet. Find this guy. Who knows who this guy is? Internet, get to work. Find him. And they did. And they found out where he worked, and they said, like, what's going to happen? So this headline took me by surprise. It was an older white guy, bald, a silver beard. So he's up there. And when they said he got fired, I did not expect the job. Eagles fan who dropped C word, cunt, for those playing along at home. Eagles fan who called Packers fired from DEI consulting job. You have an old white guy working in diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're trying to make the workplace more like society and bring in gay, lesbian, black people, and people of color and Hispanic. And it's an old white guy who is doing the consulting. How does he consult? Does he really just sort of like, hey, don't hire anybody that looks like me? I mean, that is just the funniest fucking job for him to have. Whatever it was, accountant, lawyer, deliver. I did not expect that the old white guy dropping the C-bomb was a DEI consultant. That's just
He's
beautiful.
definitely dumb. If you work in that lane, you kind of can't be, calling women cunts at football games. But it's not shocking, honestly, because like, look, as much as I think it's a good thing to stress diversity in the workplace, all that, the people's whose job it is to where I'm the official diversity person, like I'm just I don't know, my job is going, hey, you should hire more, I don't know, Indonesians. I don't see an Indonesian here. Like,
Right.
That's your job. You're a fucking grifter. Okay, you're not. I'm not saying there's not some of those people who are like, it's my mission to make things more diverse. No, they're grifters, man. They're the people that make the videos that you get forced to watch at a corporate job about like her. I had to watch I had a PowerPoint thing. It was like an hour long. I had to watch. Like I work in radio, and they fucking.
Let me interrupt for 1 second. Let me interrupt. They study after study after study has proven those videos make the workplace worse.
Like, yeah. After an hour of that, dude, I watched an hour-long workplace harassment video. After that hour, I'm on the side of the harassers. I'm like now happy that Harvey Weinstein's free after that fucking video, And the thing is like, nobody's watching a harassment video.
Wait,
and
Harvey's free or Bill Cosby's free? Is Harvey free or is Bill Cosby free?
Harvey's free.
What?
He better be free after
How
that.
How the fuck did I miss that?
Yeah, you missed it. I don't know what to tell you.
I know they were retrying him.
See, this is why people have to refresh TikTok every 15 minutes to see if it's up. Sometimes big news passes you by. Harvey Weinstein's free, man.
Apparently, I'm looking right now and I can't find anything current. I'm finding a bunch of like Wikipedia, but you know how usually when you Google it says, latest Harvey Weinstein. I don't have that, but
yeah, he's been free for a while now.
I knew wow, that one went right by me.
Yeah, he's out. But yeah, my point is the people that make those videos, the diversity videos, the workplace harassment videos, whatever. They're grifters, man. Their thing is like, let me just do this, force, big companies to do it. Otherwise, like the law makes them do it, I think, in New York. And, they basically guilt trip people into doing this. And then they have to pay them so much money to, he's with a consulting firm it's a DEI consulting firm. Like,
right.
How much money?
That's an even bigger grift because
how much money do I have to pay you to just go like, damn, I don't see enough Latinos here. You know what I mean? Like what you got to pay 10 grand for that? Like that is a shakedown. That is a corporate shakedown. It is a hire us as a consulting firm. Otherwise you're a bigot. It is a grift. It is a fucking grift.
I wouldn't call it a shakedown because I think they do it for an image thing. It's not like the consultant comes in and says, you better hire me or you're going to look bad. I think the company says, we better hire them or we'll look bad. See, we want to put on the appearance that we're including DEI in our workplace. So they hire the old bald white guy to tell us, like you said, I'm looking around. Yeah, I'm saying, okay, let's get two Asians in here, one Hispanic,
No, this
and
dude is a lying grifter. He claims
I'm not saying
I
he's
bet
not.
you anything. In the firm, he claims to be non-binary or something. It's not true. He fucking, he's a lying grifter.
He is. But I mean, my God, but to go to the initial point, I would have put DEI consultant at 101. If you gave me 100 guesses, DEI consultant would have been number 101. Hey, India, come to India. Okay, next up, live podcast from India.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Uh, okay, next story. Where is the Oh, I always like these. We've done another one like this. Man accused of stalking Caitlin Clark, college basketball phenom, now turned pro, says he wants to stay in jail and yells he's guilty as charged in court. But here's the deal. Moments after Marion County Superior Court Judge Angela Davis called Lewis's case, Lewis, without prompting, shouted that he is, quote, guilty as charged. He blurted out, throw me in the bookie. And and then the judge told him to sit up and not interrupt. It's somewhere in here. She filed guilty on his behalf. The judge, God damn, there it is. The judge entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. This is fucking up the court system. If the guy, how do you plead? And he says, I plead guilty. That should be the end of it. Why the fuck is the judge stepping in and going, okay, I know he's pleading guilty, but let's turn this into a long, drawn out, taxpayer paid fucking. Why are judges
Well, to be
stepping
fair
in?
to the judge, harassing a WNBA player online, not only is it legal in Texas, it'll get you elected to office. So, like, I think the judge made the right call.
Oh, was it only online that he was harassing her?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I missed that. I mean, I suppose it wouldn't be too hard to follow a basketball player around. He's got to stay away from the field house in Indiana. Did
Yeah,
it
he
say
was
where
like
he
threatening
lives?
her. Threatening her and her boyfriend and stuff like that. Like he was saying he was going to go.
Right.
I
Well,
don't know
he
if
is
you
a
saw- I
Texas
wish
man.
they
You're
had
right.
the
She's an
actual.
Indianapolis player. He's in Texas. But yeah, so
I wish I
online
had the actual
harassment.
messages.
Ooh, you know
They
who
didn't have the actual messages.
you know why he got arrested? I'm going on
Hmm.
a limb here. You know why he got arrested? Melania Trump. That was her pet cause is she was going to handle online bullying and Caitlin Clark can thank Melania Trump for bringing awareness to online bullying and he's arrested but he's not going to jail because why do judges enter not guilty? Hello, Romania.
How's it going, Romania? Uh, yeah, I mean, I think it's this sort of thing. I don't know why the judge would enter not guilty. I actually missed that part.
Oh,
I
that was the
thought the
only reason
judge
I sent it. That was the only reason I sent this story because he screams guilty and the judge says, I'm entering a plea on your behalf. Why?
maybe just to piss the guy off. Maybe just because it's like, really, you hate this
Reverse
courtroom so bad?
psychology.
Guess what? Guess what? We're doing a long. I got nowhere to go, buddy. I got an office full of clean robes. I got a desk full of coffee and Monster Energy drink. I will sit here and have this trial with you for fucking months, bud. It's gonna be the trial of the century.
He told the court he has $100 in savings and that he lives in his vehicle. So literally, that's why he wants to go to jail. He's homeless. So the judge is like, okay, you think you're going to jail to getting 3 meals a day and a shower with occasional shower sex from another dude. No, you're staying in your car. You're staying in your car. Prison to you is like a bonus because you get fed.
Yeah, bonus. Yeah, prison is an upgrade. I sentence you to whatever shitty life you were living that led you to stalk WNBA players. Jesus Christ, even the other stalkers in prison are going, I was stalking Taylor Swift. You're stalking WNBA players?
Hey,
You
Caitlin
sad
Clark
sack.
is the Taylor Swift of the WNBA, which means she's
I mean,
1/millionth of the popularity. But
yeah.
she's a name.
I mean, dude, not to shame, look, man, I know I look like a hungover thumb right now. I'm not stalkable either. I'm just saying, WNBA players are not drafted for their stalkability. Let me just say it like that. You know what I mean? It's a weird choice to stalk WNBA players.
Paul has a good point. You got to start somewhere as a stalker. Baby steps. You don't just jump to Taylor Swift. You feel out Caitlin Clark. You see what you can get away with, and then you up your game. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, I think that's good. You don't become. Let's use the WNBA or NBA. You don't jump to the pros. You start as an amateur. He's an amateur stalker. He started right. I like Paul's take. I'm on Paul's side here.
See, and that even bugs me that he's using Caitlin Clark as a stalking open mic. You know, like it's just what the hell, man. I think this guy should get the chair for that.
Okay, so I have a question. Let's go to the comments. Huge ass. May God strike you down.
Wait, hang on. We got to get. Rico says, "Bro's hairline is the wildest of work." Yeah, I mean, you know.
It's the thin part. It's the but
it's basically what my hairline has done is it has grown into the landing strip. You remember where the porn stars would shave in the landing strip in about 2002 to 2005.
Oh yeah, I actually have a bit right now where I turned my pubes into a landing strip because I was tidying up down there. And I made a mistake on one side, so I had to try and even it out on the other side. Sure. And so I kept smoothing, trying to even, and I ended up with a landing strip on my pubes. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say something that I say on stage. You know, it looks really good on a woman, a landing strip. You know, it looks stupid as shit on a man, a landing strip. So
I have a Hitler mustache above mine.
That's the next part of the joke. That's where I go as I am talking about shaving down the landing strip so it looks even less silly. I ended up with a Hitler. That's the whole bit.
Yeah. I give it a little comb over and I put little glasses on it and I do little angry penis talk. I
want to go back to huge ass quick. Huge ass, may God strike you down. Okay, we get into this confusion. Both of us, one of us, who may God strike down? Wait, are we 2 for 1? Is it? I'm curious. I got to know.
As an atheist, I don't think you'll do it by the end of this podcast.
Nah, maybe.
I'll bet money on
it. It fits you, honestly. Oh, well, see, your hairline is wild, but it fits you. It fits your face.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I looked even stupider with hair. I'll say that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, let's do this story and then the next one. Carrie Underwood's Trump inauguration performance. People get angry online. Hey, here's the deal. We've talked about this before. Stay with me as I walk you through this. A country artist is performing for Trump. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Wild prediction. If I get this right, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket because this is how insightful I am. I am guessing 2 things. 1, her fans already like Trump and don't care. And 2, everybody crying and throwing a fit and how dare she perform. They don't listen to her anyway. She is not harming her base. She is harming a reputation she doesn't care about because they don't listen to her. They're just bitching because they like to bitch about Trump. Shut the fuck up. And on that note, I'll jump to the next story, which is headline.
Wait.
Okay. Here's what a former RuPaul drag race queen said about Carrie Underwood. Why do we care? Why is that a news story? Why is that a headline? Here's what a former drag race queen said about. Why do we give a fuck? How is that news? Let her perform. Who cares? Why do we cry about fucking everything?
I will say I did like what the RuPaul drag queen said. It was pretty goddamn funny. It's a funny ass comment, dude.
Read it out. Do you have it in front of you, or do you want me to?
If you got it open, kind of scroll down.
I hope he cheat again. The drag star wrote, and you get charged with vandalism to that man vehicle. No, is that the one?
That's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. If you know the song,
before he cheats, right?
I took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights. Yeah, it's a funny ass dude. She had a good one. If it's funny, say what the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Like.
I did hear a good one where it said it was someone complaining, but their point was, I guess, it was along those lines of Carrie Underwood says if he cheats, she'll take a vehicle to him unless he's credibly accused of rape and cheats on his recently giving birth. But it categorized it. It was the same thing, only a little more bullet point, talking about what Trump has been found
Sure.
guilty
Nah,
of.
I like the drag queens one better. It's
Yeah,
funny because I hope
it's
you get
punchier.
arrested for
It's
vandalism
punchier.
for what you did to that truck. That's funny. That's funny. It's based on her hit, you know. But no, I will say the people complaining about her endorsing Trump, you were on the exact other side of it when Taylor Swift endorsed Harris, and you were calling
Good
all those
goddamn
people.
point.
What were you saying about the people that criticized her? I mean, because I was saying, of course, she's going to vote against Trump. She's a female pop star, man. Like, he got 0% of the female pop star votes. What the fuck are we doing? And I even said at the time, you get the country people. The conservatives get the country people. The liberals get the pop stars. Like, that's just the way it is. So, like, don't be shocked. Dudes after NASCAR races aren't sitting there, at the press conference going, I want to thank the good Lord for giving us a good race today. I also want to give a shout out to Andrea Ocasio-Cortez. You my girl. Yeah. Like, it's not happening.
Fuck Joe Biden chance did not begin at the WNBA. They began at NASCAR.
No. Yeah. So, country star's going to go for Trump. Like, what's the fucking shocker there?
Okay. Paul said Carrie Underwood probably got paid well for the performance, which is tomorrow. But so I tried Googling Carrie Underwood pay for the inauguration because I think they donate their time. Nothing came up. So I turned to Gemini, the Google AI bot, and I just typed in, what is Carrie Underwood being paid to sing at Trump's inauguration? Here is the AI response. I can't help with responses on elections and political figures right now. While I would never deliberately share something that's inaccurate, I can make mistakes. So while I work on improving, you can try Google search. They have shut down political questions on AI, at least Google. I'm logging into Chat GPT right now. I got logged out. So let's see if Chat GPT can find anything.
AI is smart enough not to get involved in politics. I like that.
Apparently. So I'm going to try this. What name? Up to this point, we have been ignoring you. Who?
Wait, have we been ignoring name?
I
I
don't
didn't see
know.
name have a comment
Oh,
there.
I know
I
name
just
name
ripped a huge enormous.
name is a good guy.
Yeah.
He. I'm not trying to call him out here, but I'm not going to use his name. He's on the spectrum, so he does this with me sometimes. Like if you don't respond immediately, he thinks that it's personal. Dude, don't take it personal. We got a chat going on here. We're talking. It's all good. We're not ignoring you. We just don't see everything. So, all right, I got ChatGPT going.
Yeah, we're not on to farts, man. We don't have any fart stories today. I'm sorry.
Being paid. Talk while I type.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. You're looking
Free
up
free verse
Carrie
rap.
Underwood
I want you to free verse rap.
Yeah. I'm too hungover to rap. Besides, I'm a country guy. I was at Trump's inauguration.
Just for the record, I spelled inauguration incorrectly both on Gemini and ChatGPT, and it had to correct me. It's like, did you mean inaugural? I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to spell that. So ChatGPT is running, and it's actually trying. It was a joke.
I
It was names for as well.
Yeah. I mean,
It went blank. It didn't give me an answer. It's never. It went searching. There are no credible sources confirming that Carrie Underwood is being paid for performance at Donald Trump's inauguration. Details about specific compensation have not been disclosed publicly, her involvement, but it doesn't say that she's donating her time. It just says that they can't find an answer.
I think she's such a Trump stan. She's doing it for she's being paid in Trump NFTs. I'm gonna make my prediction right now. Trump NFTs.
That makes it worth it. Bonnie AB11206. I'm gonna give both of you all absolutely the most devious, most insane backshots you have ever gotten from another man. Oh, all right. Well, there we go. We are a DEI podcast. We welcome the gay community to send us inappropriate nudes.
Yeah, I appreciate anybody flirting with me in my old age these days. I take it as a compliment, sir.
Well, I mean, any dad does. That's the whole point. You get to dad age and you got kids, and it's like, ooh. So I apologize for what I'm about to say. I have a bit about that, which is it's true. I do well with the gay community. I find it flattering. I know that there are extremely homophobic, like tough guys that are like fucking gays. No, gay guy like me, I'm like, okay, I got something going on. I take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I'm not pretty enough for gay dudes. They don't hit on me at all. Only fugly women with bad childhoods. You know what I mean? That's my demo.
It's not a bad demo to have because I got a buddy that is in a situationship with a woman right now that he admits he is not attracted to. He's like, but he says she has had a fucked up childhood, and he said, dude, she does everything in the bedroom to keep me happy because it's sort of like a sad
That was
desperation.
dark. I was more making like a cutesy little joke, but you know what I mean? Like I don't
Well,
want to
yeah,
know
he's
that.
he's taking advantage. It's not nice, but
Uh, yeah, I was more kidding about is all. I didn't,
oh,
you
he's
know.
serious. I'm new here. What are we talking about? By the way, we got the same mic. Oh, he's got the same. The navigate. We just talk about news stories. We started with football. We're going on to Carrie Underwood taking shit for performing for Trump, and we're moving on right now to here. Okay, this has been in the news for 2 days. I actively heard a news source. I'm going to read the headline. Starbucks' latest policy update garners mixed reactions among consumers. Absolute terrible and greedy decision. What Starbucks has done is they said you have to make a purchase in order to use our restroom and or sit in the shop all day. You can't just come in, set up a laptop and sit there. You can't be homeless and walk into the bathroom and take a shit. And the news source, I heard a podcast. It might have been the New York Times, but they said, why would they ever have an open door policy in the first place? How fast do you fucking forget? I remember the instant they said, how could they? It was
That was a massive news story. Yeah.
it was a massive news story where a couple black people, black men, I believe, called discrimination because they were waiting for a friend, and a manager was like, "Hey, if you're not going to buy anything, get out of here." And they said, "We're just waiting for someone." They cried racism. They shut down every. How do you not remember that? So after that, they said, "All right, it's a free for all. We will never ask anyone to leave." And look how it turned out. Here we are, several years later, and you have the homeless taking baths in the sink, and you have people just show. Of course, there should be nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, this is a business. You got to buy a fucking $7 cup of coffee to sit here and use our Wi-Fi or to take a shit in the sink of our bathroom. Keep the fucking homeless out." Why would you ever have an open door policy? I don't understand how this is a mixed decision, mixed takeaway where people are like, how dare Starbucks? You have talked about in the past going to McDonald's in Manhattan and the homeless treat it like a go ahead. I've been talking enough. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was such a wild, just sort of overcorrection, where the response was, "Hey, yeah, the manager that called the cops on those guys, he was being a bit of a dick. Sorry about that." They instead were like, "No, no, no. Here's how not racist we are. Not only will we not call the cops on anybody, especially if they're black, we will let them shoot up an OD in the bathroom, huh? Huh? That's how it's
Especially
like,
if they're
wait,
black.
what? That's crazy." Yeah, no, 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 no. They let anybody shoot up an OD in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like that is, and it's like, dude, that's. I don't think that's. I don't think that's what anyone wanted you to do, man. And I love that, like when they did it, they thought they were going to be like spearheading some movement to like, I don't know, all businesses were going to just allow homeless people to go in the bathroom and shit their pants. And everybody was up like, nah, you out there alone, bro. You're the only one that's going to do this.
It's insane. Um, name literally said, "Sorry, I'm autistic," and that's why. And that's what I said. Yeah, no, and today I think people are. Nobody's mad at you. We're all good. We're all good. Paul says a lot of places you go say bathrooms are for customers only. I would say that I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm making a prediction. 90+% of businesses prefer, even if they don't have the sign up, they just don't want people walking in. Even Target does not want someone just ducking in to use the bathroom. They let it happen, but I don't think they have the but no business really wants anyone there. All right, so
No,
I've seen this
there's
pop up
certain ones where you
twice.
kind of get away with it, like McDonald's here. So you never use the bathroom
Yeah.
in a New York McDonald's. It's homeless people. It's rough, dude.
Okay, let's turn to Bobby Kumar. He's posted this twice. Help me, bro. You got to be more specific. What do you need help with, Bobby? We will talk you through anything because we are psychological experts, so we can talk you, but help you, bro. It's too generic. We need something specific.
Do you know? Oh, do you know what it means to get piped by another man? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he wants.
Where'd I
He
miss
wants.
that?
He wants to. He wants to have three-way sex with us. He's.
Oh, I didn't
Uh.
see all those. He's not gay.
Yeah.
Bri, help
Dude,
me.
I
Help
feel
me.
like
Okay.
is are we getting stalked like Caitlin Clark? Is he Caitlin Clark? Is this the same guy?
It might
Did that
be.
judge let him go, and now he's driving around stalking us?
I mean, why not? He could pull into, well, he can't go into a Starbucks, but he can sit outside a Starbucks in his home, his vehicle, and steal the Wi-Fi and stalk us. Yeah.
He could damn sure go to a McDonald's and do that. They'll let him do that there.
All right, we got time for one more story on the podcast part, and then we'll turn to the live because we just got our timer alert. Uh, I expected this to happen. It's still humanity's fucked. We are such assholes to one another. Hundreds of Los Angeles landlords hike rents to capitalize on desperate fire evacuees. Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency, and it triggered a key protection for tens of thousands of evacuated Angelenos, saying that you cannot raise the rent by more than 10%, but landlords are just jacking it up. It says at least 400 rental properties. But here's my favorite part of the story. So it's one of the more extreme examples is a Tudor mansion, not two-door, Tudor mansion in Bel Air that was listed for $29,000 a month in December, but now $39,000. There was an apartment for $3,900 that's $5,000 for $6,000. So if you're renting a $29,000 a month house, I'm not saying you can afford a $39,000, but you're dealing with the richest of the rich here. This is not a middle class gouging. I'm sure there are other ones, but these examples they're giving. On Monday, a newly remodeled luxury home appeared for $25,000 a month. When it was last listed, it was only $19,000. This is not something your average person is. I'm sure there are rents that were $1,000 that are now $3,000, but these examples they're giving are kind of silly. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, yeah. They should really be giving examples that are like a few thousand a month, as opposed to tens of thousands. Because it's sort of like, did you learn nothing from Luigi Mangione? Remember when everybody cheered that guy for murdering a man in Midtown? I was like, what do you? And then they print this shit. Did you know that the wealthy are having a hard time finding new mansions? Why they're having to move back to their second homes? Like don't do that. You're gonna get Luigi. Whoever wrote that, you're gonna get Ouija.
Whoever wrote it, they're gonna take it out on the reporter. They're Andrew Romano. So they're gonna Luigi's 2.0 is gonna go over the report. How dare you report on what they're doing?
No, hang on. Hey, Bonnie's got a good one.
I saw that. I was going to turn to it.
My brother in the green sweater. That's me. You are built like Alvin the Chipmunk. If he got divorced, fell into a deep depression, became an alcoholic and homeless. And the worst part, I can't even go to Starbucks anymore. It's brutal.
Well,
it's brutal
the thing
for
is,
a chipmunk out
you're
here.
already an alcoholic, so you're there.
Yeah, dude, I was an alcoholic when she married me, Alvin. You got to marry another drunk. That's the move.
Paul, if I could afford $29,000 a month, I'm pretty sure I would move somewhere else to own my own land. If I could afford $29,000 a month, I mean, maybe once you just get in that mindset where you're like, oh, I have this money, so I have to live this lifestyle, champagne lifestyle. I'd be like, that is not just a down payment on a house. That is like a huge in the Midwest, you don't have to live in the Palisades. You could probably buy a property in Los Angeles, make a down payment. It's just that when you want to live a certain way. All right, let's sign off the podcast and turn to the live chat because we did our last story.
Hang on. Bonnie on YouTube's back. Okay, I'm sorry. You middle-aged white dudes that can't impress their girls anymore didn't deserve that. Can you ever forgive me? Hey, listen. I don't impress my wife. But the girl on the side, she fucking loves me. You take that back, Bonnie. You take that back, Bonnie.
I'm going a different direction. I'm saying right here, fuck you, Bonnie. I could never impress girls. You think any more? I never had it. So you're trying to give me credit for shit I never had. Oh, you can't impress girls anymore. I never could. So back at you.
I don't try to impress girls. I try to impress full-grown women. What am I, Diddy? Come on now.
Paul points out that Theodore wore the green sweater. Paul. I hope you Googled that because that's a little harsh knowledge. The only one I can remember is Alvin, but I couldn't tell you what he wore.
Well, yeah, all
right, hold on. Let's sign off quick.
I don't know.
We'll stick to the chat.
Deep cuts.
Hey, if you're listening to us on Spotify or watching the YouTube rebroadcast, thank you. I have been Nathan Timmel. You can find me at nathantimmel.com. We go live every Sunday when we record, somewhere around noon Eastern, a little after, something like that on YouTube. Not TikTok, not anymore. Haha. I can be found at nathantimmel.com. I have a t-shirt store. I have books I've written, so go look up that stuff. Jake can be found at Jake Vevra on all social media. He's got a 1 hour special, Unalived by Dog Pills. Go give it a watch, a like, a comment, spread the word. I've got a 1 hour special, Unapologetic. You'll like this. If okay, really quick, go look up Nathan Timmel Unapologetic on Amazon Prime. They have they created the wrong backdrop. I sent in artwork, so it's like this is my Nathan Timmel comedy special. They took the backdrop from I looked it up, I can't remember the name. The Night of the Harvest, a B level horror movie. So
That's
it says
awesome.
Nathan Timmel Unapologetic, but the poster art is ugly, scared teenagers, and it's like a low budget Roger Corman piece of shit horror
That's
movie you've
awesome.
never heard of. And so go look up Nathan Timmel Unapologetic on Amazon, and you don't need to watch it there. Go watch it free on YouTube, but it's the funniest thing to see my special on YouTube with this shitty horror movie as the image.
Yeah.
And Paul says we both have funny ass specials. All right, thanks for listening. We
Thank
are
you, man.
signing off the recorded version. We're going live.
I'm going to let Bonnie on YouTube blast me in the ass after this to distract me from the pain of what happened to the Lions last night.